Hello and welcome. Good morning. My name is Lucas. We're going to do a 55-minute vinyasa flow today. So settle in, roll out your mat. Block or cushion to sit on is good. And if there is any issues with the audio or video, please put that in the chat. Feel free to play some music in the background if you like. We're going to do a little bit more of a chill flow today, but we'll still get it moving. We're going to start on the ground. We'll take it up through some sun salutation variations and some deeper stretches on the ground. So we're going to work through our shoulders and our hips a lot today in the practice. We'll do more upper body than usual today. Okay, we're going to start with meditation like we always do. So we're going to take 2 or 3 more minutes here, just in the seated pose, watching the breath, grounding down. So I invite you to imagine that your spine is a stack of coins, and use your breath to gently continue to align this stack of coins. And feel your sits bones connected to the ground. And then I want you to imagine that there is a string gently pulling up the top of your head, gently lifting the crown to the sky. And continue to breathe. Take 3 more mindful breaths. Using the breath to bring us here and now for this practice. Good, and I invite you to flutter open the eyes, and wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Take the shoulders in some rolls, rolling your shoulders forward. And then rolling them backwards. And as you roll them backwards, feel that you're bringing your spine into greater alignment. Take the knees, the hands on top of the knees here. Inhale, bring your chest forward a bit, seated cat-cow. Exhale, soften and relax. Good. With the inhale, tilt the chin up, gaze up. Exhale, breathe it out. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling the chest forward, shoulders back. And exhale, softening. Good. Breathing in, gaze up. And exhale, tuck the chin. Let the chin hang heavy here. Take some left and right movements with the neck. And let these become broader movements. Gradually taking your shin closer to each shoulder until you roll the shin up parallel to the ground. And bring the spine nice and straight up when you roll the head up. And throughout class, you can follow along with my pace and rhythm. I tend to go a bit faster when I'm presenting, so feel free to slow it down, follow your own breath. Move in a way that feels best for you. Okay? And then take it to center. Let your left ear drop over to your left shoulder. Soften the shoulders. And take your left hand off to your left side. Matter of fact, if you're sitting on a block, we can remove that now. So take your hand over to your left side. Let the ear rock over to the left. Reach your right hand up, just reaching it straight up. If you want some extra challenge, you can reach it over to the side. We're just warming up here. Then both hands down, head to center. And take your right ear to your right shoulder and relax the shoulders down. Good. Now press your right hand down, reach the left hand up. Keep softening that right shoulder. Feel into the side body stretch. Good. Take it to center here. I want you to press the sits bones down, reach the arms out nice and wide. Inhale deeply, and exhale, cross your arms over top of your chest here, and take your fingers, walk them back. Take some deep breaths and sway side to side. This is really great for opening up the back body. Then with an inhale, reach out wide, spread the wings. And exhale, cross your opposite arm over top. So bonus points if you remember which arm that is here. Take a deep breath and sway a bit. Good. Reach the arms out. Give them a couple shakes. Let's come forward here. Let's come to child's pose. So knees wide, feet together. If you want to bring your hips a bit forward so they're stacked over top of the knees for a puppy pose, go for it. Find what feels good for you and soften here for 2 more breaths. Good. Walk your hands in. Come to a tabletop pose here. So wrists underneath of shoulders, knees underneath of your hips, and take some intuitive movements. So go from side to side. Maybe you lift up one hand, then the other, pressing into the wrist. Maybe you take it back and forth or take some circles around the knees. Just feel into your body. Notice where your body is craving some movement, could use some extra attention, and send it there. Then come to center, tuck your toes, and float your knees up off the mat. Build a bit of fire for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Lower the knees, drop the belly, untuck the toes, gaze forward. Exhale, round the spine, pressing into the hands. Inhale for cow pose, pull the chest forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Good. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward, raise your tailbone up. And exhale, Halloween cat. And take a few more rotations with your breath, engaging into more of your body. Good. Let's take sunbird. So reach your left foot back and your right hand forward. First, just find your balance. Get them nice and parallel. Spark through the toes and the fingers. And inhale to reach. Exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Good. Inhale, take it out. Nice balance, nice control. Bring it in. Inhale to reach out. And exhale to draw it in. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling out. And exhaling in. Inhale, reach it out and hold. Now maybe you take the hand back for the foot. Just an option. Good. Release the hand and release the foot. Sway the hips from side to side. Now let's do the other side. So right foot back, left hand out. Your gaze is down. Extend through the fingers and toes for 2 breaths. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, take it out. And exhale, bring it in. Good, let's do 3 more with the breath. Last one, reach it out and hold. Option to take the hand back for the foot. Take it where you like here. We're going to find our edge, but no need to go past it. Like I said, this is going to be a bit more of a chill practice today. And then let it go and sway your shoulders from side to side here in neutral tabletop. All right, now let's take supported side plank here onto the left. So you can take your left foot off to the left side of your mat, send your right foot to the back corner there. Get your hand, your knee, and your foot in a line and try to distribute the weight evenly between these 3 points. Reach your top hand up. And this is really great for the shoulders. So we're going to reach overhead here, bicep by the ear, and then take it back, circling down, up, and around. Take another circle, straight up, and circle the other direction. Tracing that range of motion. Take it straight up, reach up and back, bring your chest and your hips forward, inhale, and exhale, take it down. We're going to rock right to the other side. So right knee under your right hip, take your left foot to the back of the mat, reach up here, long line from palm to palm. Get that back foot nice and flat. So you want to send a little bit of your weight towards that back foot to help it connect. It's going to really help you balance, help you get a nice stretch through the hips here. And take your top arm by the ear and then reach it back, down, forward, and up. And switching directions. And take the arm straight up. Inhale, reach, open up through the chest space. And exhale, take it back down to center. Take your right foot back. Lower your chest a bit here. Get the head below the heart, bending into the elbows. Reach through that right foot. Then bring the right knee forward. Step the foot up in between your hands. Rise up. Lean the hips forward, gaze up. Feel your stability and your balance here. And then I want you to open your arms out in a T and take the left hand down, reach the right hand up, draw your hips in here, get a nice side body twist. Option to straighten into that back leg. Good, and ground the right hand. Take the right foot back, neutral tabletop, and send your left foot high. Bend into the elbows a bit, get the head below the heart. Reach long through the foot. And gracefully bring the knee forward, step the foot up in between the hands. You can take one hand on top of the knee and reach the arms up. Soften the shoulders as the gaze rocks up. Take the arms out in T, twist to your left, take the right hand down, reaching long. Maybe you straighten into that back leg. Good. Take the hand down. Step the foot back. Now bring your hands a bit further forward. Shift the hips forward so that your shoulders are directly over top of the wrists, straight line from your knees to the crown of your head. Hug the core in tight. Press into your palms. So we're nice and active here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Inhale to prepare. Keep your hands where they are. Press your hips back. Lengthening from your fingers to your tailbone. So we're not tucking or popping the tailbone. The tail is a nice extension directly out of the spine. So we're going to keep that integrity through the spine, through the tail. As we inhale to shift forward, and we exhale to press it back. Good. Go as far as feels good for you. Take this at your pace and your rhythm for 3 more breaths. And then let's all shift forward. Tuck your tailbone, or tuck your toes, and press back to a down dog. Take any adjustments here to settle into your down dog. Play around with lifting one hand, then the other, lifting one foot, then the other, and then settle into a neutral down dog. Hug your shoulders to your thighs a bit, slight bend in the knees to get the back nice and flat. And pedal out the dog. So bring one knee in as the other heel rocks down, and switch. Come up to your toes, gaze forward, walk the feet up to the hands. Come to a halfway lift, flat back. And exhale to fold. You can take your fingertips down for a breath. And with an inhale, root to rise, draw the navel to spine, sweep the arms high. And exhale, take your hands to your heart. Let's do a few things in the standing pose here. All right, start with your palms together. Take the feet nice and parallel. The side edges of the feet are parallel. We're going to tuck the tailbone slightly to lengthen through the low back here. Draw the shoulders back a bit. Draw the solar plexus in. Tuck the chin slightly. All movements to lengthen through the back of the body. And press the palms together. We're going to warm up the wrists some more. So take the hands to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right. And to center, reach it up, keep the palms together, bend your elbows, take your hands behind your head. Inhale, drive your elbows up and together, gaze slightly up. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart. Let's take the hands over to the left. We'll do the whole series again. Take them over to the right, and to the left, and to the right. And then to the center, reaching up. Keep the palms together, take them behind your head. Press your heels down. Inhale, lengthen the front body. Press your elbows up. And with an exhale, take your hands back to your heart. Now step your feet further apart. Not quite as far as goddess pose, but a little bit further than hips length distance. Feet off at 45 degrees. Okay? Start with the tops of the hands on the thighs here, bending into the knees a bit. Just feel that spark through the glutes. Exhale. With an inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms out, open up through the front body. And exhale, take it back down. All right, with an inhale, straighten the legs, reach out. Exhale, bend into the knees, hands down. One more time. Straighten the legs, reach out. Good. Now, come into a modified forward fold by pressing the forearms into the thighs here so the head is slightly below the heart. Bring your palms together, and with an inhale, straighten the legs, reach the hands up through center. Exhale, trace that line of motion down the sides, bending into the knees, taking your forearms to your thighs. Good. Inhale, press the palms up the center. Exhale, draw that circle down the sides as you bend into the modified forward fold. Again, slight inversion here. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, down the sides, bending into the knees. And once more. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, down the sides. Good. Take your hands to the mat. Heel toe or step your feet in. Hips length distance, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, take it down. Inhale, root to rise, sweep it high. And exhale, take your hands to your heart. Good. Sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold it down. Halfway lift. And plant the hands, step to a plank pose. Hold plank for 3 breaths here, gripping through your fingers. And let's take 3 push-ups here. Option to lower the knees. Inhale and exhale, take it down. Maybe you take the knees down, then you bring your elbows to 45 degrees. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. And exhale to down dog. Awesome. Let's go a bit deeper in our down dog. So inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, press the heels down and your hips back. Good. Inhale to the toes. And exhale, open up the armpits. Once more. Inhale, high up on the toes. And exhale, deep down dog. Build your mountain peak shape long from your fingertips to your tail. Let's go ahead and lower our knees and rock back to a seated pose. Now that we've warmed up the body, we're going to do a bit more stretching before we take it up. Okay? Stay in a cross-legged seat here. Take your right hand to your right side, your left hand in between the knees. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold over the knee here. Maybe the forehead comes down to the knee. If you have a block, you can even put a block on top of your knee so that your forehead rests on it for one more breath. Good. Remove that. Take your left hand to your left side. Show you guys. Take your right hand in the middle here. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, hinge over here. That block's a nice trick again to help your forehead connect. Soften for one more breath. Good. And let's come to a staff pose. So reach the legs straight out here. Reach the arms straight up. So we're actively engaging, hugging the chest towards the thighs, trying to get a perfect L shape, 90 degrees. Now I want you to take your hands behind you, point your fingertips away from you. All right, press down through the palms, energetically lift up your sit bones. They don't actually need to come off the ground, but hug your lower body up. Draw the shoulder blades together, let the head rock back, bring the chest forward. Good. Now take your right foot in here and your left hand out. Your right hand can come a bit further. We're queuing up for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Now take your left hand, wrap it around this right knee, and press through your left heel. So we're twisting to the right, and twist from your core here. Rather than the shoulders or the neck, we're twisting from the center of the body. And distribute the stretch throughout the body, rather than wrenching through the shoulders. And breathe. Good, let's take a counter stretch here. So take the left hand off to your left side, reach your right hand up, and then take your right hand towards your left toes. So maybe it comes on top of the thigh, maybe you put the hand underneath and press the tailbone down, drawing the chest back. Okay, that actually feels really good. I recommend that. All right, let's take both legs straight out, reach your arms up. All right, this is the fun part, a little bit of gentle core work. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your knees here, lean forward. So this is nothing to do with how far forward we can go. We're trying to get an even stretch, an even curve through the spine. So bend into your knees nice and generously. And then we're going to take this with the breath. So inhale, straighten the legs, reach up, lean back as far as feels good for you. And exhale, bending into the knees, shifting forward. This is some great core work here, and as you inhale, lean back, and maybe you get some shakes going there. All right, good. Exhale, and take it forward, bending into the knees, and let's do 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale, take it forward. 1 more. As you inhale, lean back. You can float those heels up a bit to help counterbalance. Awesome. Bending into the knees, shifting forward. All right, staff pose. So we'll do the other side. So let's take that modified Dandasana here by pointing the fingers away from us, hugging the shoulder blades together, pressing the chest forward as you hug your tailbone up to your head. Draw every vertebrae upwards. And breathe. All right, now bring your left foot in to your hips, into your seat. Take this left hand back a bit further. Reach your right hand up. Press your right hip forward to help us twist to the left here. Then take the left hand around the left knee. Ardha Matsyendrasana, called Lord of the Fishes. I don't know why it's called that. Get a nice even stretch. I'm curious why it's called that now. I'll look into that. If anybody knows why this pose is called Lord of the Fishes, let me know. And let's take the counter stretch. Right hand off to the right side. Inhale, reach the left hand up. And then take it towards those right toes. All right, maybe you take the toes, or maybe you take the hand underneath of the leg. Draw the shoulder blades back. Good, and reach both legs out. Inhale the arms up to prepare. Same deal as before with the exhale, bend the knees, shift it forward. Inhale, straighten the legs. Float the torso back, maybe the feet hover. Exhaling forward. Inhaling back. And let's do 3 more. With your breath. Good, 1 more. And staff pose. Now we're going to go to a reverse table. So take your hands along your sides, press your fingertips forward this time. Bring your heels in about a foot. Take the feet flat, press your hips up high. Press your hips as high as feels good for you. Hug the shoulder blades together, let the head rock back and breathe. So some people have a lot of flexibility here, some people not so much, and it also depends on the day. So listen to your body. Good, and lower the hips, come to a seat. Let's rock forward. Let's come right into a down dog. And pedal out your feet again. Press the hips back. Alternate pulsing your chest towards the knee that's bent. And let's take a bit of a balance challenge here. So maybe take your stance a bit wider. And I invite you to float your left foot. Okay. And come onto the fingertips of your right hand. Now play around with floating this right hand up, tapping it, and maybe they float. Let's do the other side. So back to neutral here. Float your right foot up. Then come to your left fingertips. Tip tap that hand. And maybe they all float. All right, take it down. Nice. Let's inhale, shifting forward to a plank pose. Breath in to prepare. Exhale, let's lower down here, all the way down. Inhale, peel the chest up. Let's take this with the breath. So with the exhale, we'll lower back down. And with an inhale, we'll press up. Lift the knees, press the toenails down. Gaze is just a foot or two forward. Exhale, take it down. Let's do 2 more with the breath. Inhale, slight pressure in the hands. And exhale down. Good, 1 more. Inhale up. And take it down. All right, now I want you to reach your arms out wide and gently rock from side to side like you are flying through the skies, okay? Good, float the feet for 3, for 2. Bring your hands in front of you, stack the palms, take your forehead on top of them, and rock your heels from left to right. Windshield wipers, super good for releasing the low back. And take your hands under your shoulders. Press back towards a child's pose. Shift forward to a cobra. Tuck your toes and press to a down dog. Bend your knees, inhale, gaze forward. And with the exhale, walk, step, or float to the top. Halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, root to rise, sweep it high. And exhale, hands to your heart. Now I want you to take a wide-legged stance here. All right. This one's really sweet for the shoulders and the neck too. So take the feet nice and wide. All right, take the arms out in a T. Okay. And we're going to make an X shape here. If you want to take your feet a bit wider for more of a hip stretch, go for it. Feeling into how this feels in the back. Okay, right around the shoulder blades. And now let's modify it a little bit. So I'm going to bring my left ear to my left arm, bringing the head towards the arm as it rises. Okay, take a few more. All right. Let's take it back to the top of the mat. Let's flow through some sun salutation variations, yes? But first, chair pose. Take your feet nice and parallel, make sure you can see your big toes. Inhale, sit a bit deeper. And exhale, halfway lift, flat back. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, nice straight line from fingertips to your tailbone. And halfway lift. Let's do that twice more, chair pose. Halfway lift. Good, one more chair, inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Take hold of opposite elbows here. Generous bend in the knees. Let the torso hang heavy. Maybe you sway side to side. You can shake the head from side to side and nod the head back and forth. Good. Take your hands down to the mat. Step back to a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, let's take a vinyasa. So take it down. Inhale, pull your chest forward and up. Cobra or up dog. And exhale, press to a down dog. Take your left foot to the center. Inhale your right foot nice and high. The exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Bend the knee, shift your weight forward, and hug the knee up into the core, pressing through the arms. So we're creating space to help us step the foot through. Inhale, three-legged dog. Then exhale, same movement, gracefully put the foot in between the hands. All right? Now spin the back heel and rise to warrior one. Let's take a few breaths here to find our alignment. So as straight through the back leg as feels good for you, shoulders over top of the hips. And inhale to prepare, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot, step back. You can press right to down dog or take a vinyasa. Take your right foot to the center. Inhale the left foot high. Exhale, bring the left knee forward, round the spine, hug the knee up high. Nice. Good control, good stability. Inhale, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, gracefully step that foot up to the top. Spin the heel, set it up, and press to Virabhadrasana A. Squaring the shoulders forward, softening the shoulders, but extending through your middle fingers, lengthening through the arms. Inhale, straighten the leg, reach up. And exhale, take the hands down, stepping back, down dog or vinyasa. Pull the heart forward, gaze up, broaden the collar. And exhale, press the hips high. Now, I want you to walk your hands back to meet your feet. Coming to a fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale to a fold. Inhale, sweep it up nice and high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Reach your hands up. This is a fun one here. I want you to interlace your thumbs, wrap your thumbs together like you're making a bird shape. So you're pulling your hands apart, but your thumbs are keeping them together. So reach up nice and tall. Exhale, take to the left. Your hips can come to the right. Inhale to center, feet parallel, get your weight even. And exhale, other side. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left, nice and gentle. Inhale to center. And exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale, reach it straight up. And exhale, swan dive down. Halfway lift. And exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Walk your hands forward into a down dog. Inhale, your right foot lifts high. Option to bend the knee and rotate the hip open as you square the chest down and press that back, your bottom leg straight. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring that knee forward, round the spine, step it up. Let's rise to warrior one. And open up to warrior two. Get your front knee over top of the front ankle. Okay, before it, but not past it. Expand through your shape. Gentle tuck of the tailbone. I see some people want to take their warrior two like this. Tuck the tailbone in a bit. Of course, do what feels good. All right. Let's shift it forward to side angle. Take the front forearm to the front thigh. Maybe the hand comes down to a block. Reach this top arm up. And then if you want to take a bind, wrap it behind you. If you want to bring your front elbow inside of the knee, take the hand to the heart and rotate your top shoulder up and back. Go for it. All right, and then spin the arms open. Warrior two. Find it. Let's come to triangle. Straighten the front leg. Reach, reach, reach. Take the hand down. Wherever the hand lands is good. Reach your top hand up. Pressing down into your heels from your pelvis so you have that strong triangular foundation. And then coming back to warrior two. Turn your front toes in. Reach the arms up. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, dive down in between your legs, pressing into the toes, micro bend in the knees. Let the torso hang heavy. Perhaps you take your fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Good. Take your hands down to the mat, walk them around to the inside of that front foot, turn your front foot forward, spin your back heel up for lizard pose. Now you can lower your back knee. Take any lizard variations that you like here. Maybe you come down to your elbows. Maybe you take your right hand behind you for the foot. Good. Then step that front foot back and take your transition. So flow with the breath through to down dog. And inhale, the left foot up high. Option to rotate the hip open. You can point your toes, check them out under your right armpit, and that's going to square your shoulders down as well. So, good. Nice strength, yoga friends. Inhale once more, and then exhale. Gracefully bring the foot through to the top and rise up to Virabhadrasana. Set it up, and find warrior two. From your power center here, just below the navel, extend down, pressing into the feet, and extend up and out, reaching through the fingers. And then shift it forward for side angle. Let's start with that nice long diagonal line from back foot to top hand. And wrap your top hand behind the back. Maybe it comes to the front thigh. Maybe you bring your front elbow inside the knee and gaze up. And spin the arms open, warrior two. Trikonasana. Hug that front hip in, straighten the leg. Reach, hinge over the front thigh. Extending through both sides of your torso. What's really foundational here is to have a straight line from your tail to the crown of your head. So some days that line is going to be more parallel to the ground, and sometimes it's going to be more at an angle. So let your neck be a nice natural extension of that line. Then raise back up, warrior two. Good, turn your front toes in, take your feet parallel, reach the arms up. Take your hands behind your back, okay? Interlace your fingers, hug your shoulder blades together, let the chest and the hips come forward a bit, gaze up, inhale to prepare. And exhale, hinge forward, squeeze the fingers together, bring your hands up overhead in a bind. Soften the head and the shoulders. Good, release the hands down to the mat and walk your hands to the front, inside that front foot, which turns forward as your back heel spins up. Lower the back knee. Lizard pose. So maybe you come onto your fists. Feeling into the hip stretch. Take it where you want. And this front knee here can come out to the side if you like. There's not much weight on it, so it's okay for it to rock out. All right, step the front foot back here. Let's flow through one more vinyasa. So inhale, exhale, high to low. Pull the chest forward and up. And press your hips back for a down dog. Good, 2 more breaths, breathing in. And exhale audibly. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, side out. Shake the head from side to side gently. Good. And come up to your toes. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, walk, step, or float to the top. Find a halfway lift and a fold. Inhale, roots arise. Take it high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now let's take a tree pose here. So stand firm on your right foot. And take your left foot to the ankle, calf, or thigh. Start with the hands and the heart. Option to grow your branches long. And added challenge, feel no pressure to do this. Reach the arms out wide. Take the right arm underneath of the left and find tree with Garudasana. Bring the elbows parallel to the shoulders. Good. And then release it. Shake it out, shake it out. And let's come up to the left. Take that right foot, ankle, calf, or thigh. Set it up, find your bounce, find your drishti, that point of focus. All right. And you can grow your branches. Or if you want to flow with me here, take the arms out wide, the left arm underneath. Wrap the palms. Bring the elbows up, shoulders nice and even. For 2 more breaths. Good. And shake it out. Shake the wrists. All right, shake the shoulders. Shake the shoulders. Matter of fact, do this with me here. Find a nice even stance. I want you to rock your shoulders. Alternate just the shoulders, a shoulder isolation here. It's a really, really healthy movement for the back. It looks a little silly, but trust me, it's super good. And then take it into more of the body. Bring the hips into it too. Make it more of a full body jig. All right, now come to the top of the mat here. I want you to bounce on the balls of your feet here. Let the heels bounce. Let the hips bounce. So see how much tension you're holding in your hips. Also in the shoulders. Couple more shakes. All right, perfect. Let's take it down to the mat. So reach your arms forward, come up onto your tippy toes, and if you have knee issues, please don't do this. Just take a seated pose. We're going to slowly lower the hips down to the heels, taking the knees wide, slowly, slowly, then sit the hips back gracefully as you reach forward. And we're going to rock back. Good. Let's take 3 rounds of back bends. Press the hips down, press the feet down, get the hips up high. You can grip the outsides of your mat. It's a nice variation here. And soften through the chest, roll down the spine. You can rock the knees left and right, windshield wipers. And cue up for round 2. Press the feet down, raise the hips up high. Maybe you interlace your hands, roll over top of the arms, press your chest to the wall behind you. Good. Releasing the hands, soften the chest, roll down the spine, rocking your hips from left to right. Then cue up for our last round. If you want to go up into a wheel, go for it. If you want to take a supported bridge, press the feet down, take the block underneath of your sacrum so we can get that gentle inversion. Maybe the arms come up overhead and you take hold of opposite forearms. For 2 more breaths. Good. Press the feet down. Remove the block. Take your knees into your chest. Let's take some circles with the knees, circling them in one direction. Drawing 2 circles next to each other so that they touch in the middle and then they draw apart. Okay, and switch directions. Then take the knees into center here. And let them come over to your right side. Maybe you cross one leg over top of the other, or bring your thighs down on top of a block. The shoulders come out wide, soften through the shoulders, gaze over your left side. For 3 breaths. Good, and bring your knees back into center. Take a moment. And then let them come over to the other side. Take the whatever variation that you took. Breathing deeply to expand through the side body. Expand the lungs in 3 dimensions. Good, and bring your knees into center. Let's take a closing happy baby. So take hold of the soles of the feet and sway back and forth. Working out anything in the spine. Maybe you rock along either side of the spine. Get those muscles alongside the vertebrae. And you can also draw the feet apart and sway gently from side to side. And when you're ready, bring the knees into your chest. Lift the head, lift the tail, nice and gentle. And with an exhale, slowly soften down vertebrae by vertebrae. Lower the feet. And we can start Shavasana today with this modification. Taking the feet wide, knocking the knees together. Take any final adjustments here, moves, to get your body in the center point. Also invitation to take Supta Baddha Konasana if you want to bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees rock wide. Maybe you put blocks underneath the thighs and hold that for as long as you like, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And we'll take the next 4 minutes to actively relax through the body. tuning into the breath. And as the breath expands and contracts the body, notice where there is some sensation, some tension, relaxing, and allow that to soften so that the effects of our yoga practice can flow through. Fresh energy, fresh oxygen, and fresh nutrients cycling through the body. Option to reach the feet out for full Shavasana. And bringing your attention back to your breath, I invite you to take a few mindful, deep breaths. And wiggle the tips of your fingers and toes, the wrists, and rock back and forth on your ankles here, rocking the body back and forth. And reach the arms up overhead, pointing through the fingers, pointing through your toes. Full body stretch, inhale to prepare, and exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Take hold of the shins, and sway side to side. Good. Now rock over to one side. Take a breath. And press the top hand down to come up to a seated pose. Let's take a few moments. We can bring the hands together at the heart. I hope that this practice has brought you greater alignment, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally and otherwise. So please have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for moving and breathing with me today. Namaste. We'll be back tomorrow with a power flow, which will be sort of like the other end of the spectrum as far as engagement. I was really inspired to offer more of a gentle flow today. I haven't really done a gentle flow on the channel in a while, so I hope that you enjoyed it. Yoga with Lucas is the best way to find me. I love feedback, so let me know what you've been liking about the classes, what you'd like to see more of, or just let me know how your day went. How's your summer been going? And also, please do drink lots of water and have lots of fruits and vegetables. That's really the best health advice I think that pretty much anyone can offer is just, drink lots of water and have fruits and vegetables. At least, like a quarter to a half of every meal, except maybe the last meal of the day. All right. Anyway, that's what I follow. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now, and